Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got the square ABCD that consists of three rectangles, green, yellow, and purple, as you can see in this diagram. And moreover, the perimeter of this green rectangle is 15 units. The perimeter for this yellow one is 19, and for this purple one is 14 units. And now we are going to calculate the areas of all these three rectangles. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Before we proceed any further, let me make it very clear that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. So let's go ahead and get started. And here's the very first thing we are going to do. Let's go ahead and label these rectangles. Let me label this side. I'm going to call the side length of this green rectangle as A, the side length of this yellow rectangle B, and for this purple C. Then the total this side length for this square is going to be A plus B plus C. And we know that we are dealing with this square ABCD. That means this side length and this side length, they are equal. So this side length is going to be A plus B plus C. So therefore, these are all our dimensions for these rectangles, as you can see over here. And here's our next step. Let's focus on this green rectangle. And now we know that the perimeter of this green rectangle has been given to us as 15. Let me call this perimeter for this green rectangle as P1, for this yellow P2, and for this purple as P3. Let's recall the perimeter of the rectangle, which is equal to 2 times length plus width. And now let's focus on this green rectangles. The length is A plus B plus C, and the width is A. So therefore, the perimeter I'm going to call P1 is going to be 2 times length is A plus B plus C, and then the width is plus A. And in our case, our P1 is 15. Let me go ahead and replace this one by 15 equal to 2 times, let's combine the like terms, that's going to give us 2A plus B plus C. Let's go ahead and distribute this one. So that is going to give us 4A plus 2B plus 2C equals to 15. Let me call this as our equation number 1. And now let's focus on this yellow rectangle. So our perimeter for this yellow rectangle is going to be, I'm going to call P2 equals to 2 times our length is once again A plus B plus C plus our width is B. We know our P2, the perimeter is 19. So I'm going to replace this 19 equals to 2 times, let's combine the like term, that's going to give us A plus 2B plus C. Now let's go ahead and distribute this 2, that is going to give us 2A plus 4B plus 2C equals to 19. And finally, let's focus on this purple rectangle. So our perimeter this time is going to be P3 equals to 2 times our length is A plus B plus C. I'm going to write down A plus B plus C plus our width over here is C. And in this next step, I have replaced this P3 by 14, and I combine these like terms. Now let's go ahead and distribute this one. So we are going to get 2a plus 2b plus 4c equals to 14. Let me call this as our equation number 3. So thus we got a system of 3 equations with 3 variables, and we are going to solve it by using the elimination method. Therefore, let's go ahead and subtract equation 2 from equation 1. And here are our equations 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and subtract. Let me go ahead and change the signs for this equation 2. These all positive change into negative signs. Now 4a minus 2a is going to give us 2a minus 2b, 2c and minus 2c, they are gone, equals to negative 4. Let's go ahead and divide by 2 across the board. So we're going to have a minus b equals to negative 2. Let's go ahead and move this b on the other side, and at the same time I'm going to move this negative 2 on the other side as well. So therefore our b is going to be equal to a plus 2, and here I have copied it down, b equals to a plus 2. And here's our next step. Let's go ahead and subtract this equation 3 from equation 2 now. And here I have copied down these equations 2 and 3. And now let's go ahead and subtract. Let's change the sign. This positive become negative, negative, negative across the board. And now let's go ahead and subtract 2a minus 2a. They are gone. So we ended up with the 2b minus 2c equals to 5. Now let's go ahead and move this negative 2c on the other side. At the same time I'm going to move this 5 on the other side. So we're going to end up with the 2c equal to 2b minus 5. Now we know that b equals to a plus 2. So I'm going to replace this b by a plus 2. So therefore I can write 2c equal to 2 times a plus 2 minus 5. Let's go ahead and distribute this one. So therefore 2c turns out to be equal to 2a minus 1. Therefore I have copied down over here 2c equals to 2a minus 1. And now let's go ahead and substitute these b and 2c values in this equation 1. And here's our equation 1. I'm going to replace b and c by these values. So let's go ahead and write it down. 4a is already there. 2 times b is a plus 2 plus 2c. I'm going to replace it by 2a minus 1 equals to 15. Now let's go ahead and distribute this thing. We are going to get, and in this next step I have combined the like terms on the left hand side, and we got this one. Let's subtract 3 from both sides. This is gone, so we got 8a equals to 12. So let's divide 8 on both sides. So 8 turns out to be 12 divided by 8 could be reduced to 3 divided by 2, or a could be written as 1.5. And now we are going to substitute this a by 1.5 over here. So therefore our b value turns out to be 1.5 plus 2 is going to give us 3.5. So this is b value, which is 3.5. And likewise I'm going to replace this one a by 1.5. So that means our 2c equal to 2 times 1.5 is same as 3 minus 1. So that means 2c equals to 2. that means simply C turns out to be equal to 1. So therefore our A value is 1.5, B value is 3.5, and C value is 1. So therefore our A plus B plus C value turns out to be, if we add them, equal to 6. Therefore I'm going to replace this A value by 1.5, B by 3.5, C as 1, and this A plus B plus C value as 6. Here's our final step. Let's go ahead and calculate the area of all these green, yellow, and purple rectangles. Now let's focus on this green rectangle first. Now let's recall the area of a rectangle formula. Area equals to length times width. In our case, the length for this green rectangle is 6 and the width is 1.5. So let me call this area as A sub 1 equal to length over is 6 and width is 1.5. So our area A sub 1 turns out to be simply 9 square units. Thus the area for this green rectangle turns out to be 9 square units. Now let's focus on this yellow rectangle. So the area for this one I'm going to call is A sub 2 equal to length is 6 times width is 3.5. If we multiply this thing, A sub 2 turns out to be 21 square units. The area for this yellow rectangle turns out to be 21 square units. And finally, let's focus on this purple rectangle. So the area I'm going to call A sub 3 is going to be length is 6 and width is simply 1. So A sub 3 turns out to be 6 square units. So thus the area of this purple rectangle turns out to be 6 square units. And here's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.